What's up out there, YouTubers? I just watched a video and it's by Abo Dreads or Apple Dreads, and I was gonna actually type a comment under his video, but I was like I just wanted to sometimes I like people to hear my perspective rather than just see me type it. But he talked about freeform locks. Well, he talked about fake locks and how people he asked how people how do we feel about people with the fake locks that are out now. And my thought on it, like I said, it used to bother me probably about like maybe 2 3 years ago. It used to kind of bother me a little bit because once you get locks, you kind of build this connection with other people who have locks, especially like I said, if you have just people with locks in general, but sometimes freeformers connect with freeformers more. People who twist, they connect with each other more. But in the grand scheme of things, locks, people with all with locks, they have this chemistry, this connection, I should say. So, and especially with freeform locks, I feel like this look, it can't be mistaken or misconstrued for anything else. It can't be misconstrued for twisted locks, and it definitely can't be misconstrued with fake locks. When I'm out in public, I feel as if it's a statement in a way, because the looks that you get, whether it be good or bad, some people looking at you like, what the hell you doing? Some people looking in amazement. And so that can't be, I don't think that I know of. I don't think people with fake locks or weave locks or whatever you call them, I don't think they get that same reaction from the public. So I look at it as more like it makes me more proud to have freeform locks, because this can't be somebody who twist their hair and actually went through the process of getting locks. Even they can be asked or mixed up with somebody who has fake locks because they kind of look the same. Sometimes, I mean, some people have certain eye for it, and they can tell fake locks from real locks. I can't. I haven't even run across with somebody with fake locks that I know of. So, but freeforming, man, you know, this can't be. It can't be. It can't be misconstrued with anything else. It's our fingerprint, our fingerprint, and even freeformers, our locks don't look the same. They might have some similarities, but it won't look the same because I have one big one in the back right here. You know, my locks just look different. They congo up different. Nobody's locks are gonna congo up in the same spot. And a lot of things play into it. It depends on, a lot of the times it depends on how you wash your hair, how you lay. Sometimes if you lay a certain way for a long time, that might form your hair, that might make your hair form a Congo in a certain spot, or Congos in a certain spot. So it's our fingerprint. It can't be mixed with anything else. So I feel like as a freeform, if you have freeform locks, I mean, there's really no need to sweat it. If somebody has fake locks or whatever, and because I mean, freeformers locks, they can't be mixed with anything else. They can't be mistaken for anything else, especially fake locks. Let me see. He also talked about, oh yeah, the infamous ugly stage that people talked about. He addressed that as well, and I never got that either, because the whole point of, to me personally, is to go through the process of, like I said, on my last video, I'm gonna show y'all how when I first started out, and through the middle stages, and to where I am now. It's these subtle changes, man. Like, you don't even notice these subtle changes. Like, it seems like one day I had just a little afro about this big, and they started, napping up or whatever you want to call it, and then they started just transforming. And I never noticed it until other people would notice it, but I didn't notice it until I would look at some pictures in my phone or something on the internet and look at them and be like, man, that's where I was at 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago. And I don't see the growth in my hair. Like the thickness of my hair, changes more than anything. And so going through that is it's a beautiful process to me, and it's a unique process for the simple fact, like I mentioned, nobody's process is gonna come out the same. It might be similar, but it won't come out the same. So the ugly stage thing, and he definitely made a great point. In this society, man, people want stuff now. Like I think people, I reason with a brother, and we talked about this very thing. People, a lot of people like locks or love locks, but they only love locks if they're shoulder length down to your back. And those who are fortunate to have locks, down to their knees or something like that. Like they love that type of stuff because those are long. Like people are infatuated with long locks, and not the process. Um, because I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't know what to do with my hair. I look a certain way." I mean, look, man, it's not supposed to be maintenance. I mean, as far as looking pretty and putting stuff in there, you're obviously supposed to take care of your hair, wash your hair, and stuff like that. But I think people make this locking process a whole lot. Even freeformers, man, like people make this process a whole lot more complicated and difficult than what it's supposed to be or meant to be. Just literally, wash your hair, leave it alone. I think a lot of people, they do want the freeform look. They want the freeform look, but they also still worry about what society's gonna say, how they gonna look when they go out in public, what people are gonna say, what stares they're gonna get. People are still, they can tell you that they're free and all of this stuff and that they don't care about society, but the truth of the matter is, just because a person freeforms doesn't mean that they have detached themselves from the thoughts of society. They might, like, because a lot of people freeform for different reasons. Everybody doesn't, you're going to hear people say they got a spiritual connection. You're going to hear people say, there's all kinds of reasons out there, but a lot of people are doing it. Some people are doing it for, it's just a fashion thing for now, for a time being. Some people are doing it because they want to be rebellious for a moment in time. There's nothing is wrong with that, because everybody's journey, everybody's situation and mindset isn't gonna be the same. That would be bland. We would be in a bland world if that was the case. So everybody's doing it for a certain reason. Everybody has their reasons, but because everybody's freeforming now, man. So it's kind of, to me, it's kind of like a fad. But at the same time, though, I'm not nitpick. I can't nitpick because we want people. We want people to go natural and just be themselves, whether it be for a moment in time or however long it is. You want people to do this. So I can't nitpick it and say, hey, knock the people who are doing it for a fad. It is what it is. I'll tell you how it come. But everybody's mindset with this thing is not going to be the same, because you can look on YouTube, man, and type in freeform locks, type in dreadlocks, whatever you want to type in. You're going to find hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos of people freeforming. Some gonna stick with it, some not. So you be on YouTube long enough and you be on the internet long enough or whatever, you see that you'll figure, you kind of get to figure out who's really gonna stick with it. You kind of develop a sense for it, a feel for who's really with it and who's just doing it for a fashion statement or just for the time being. And what I said, nothing is wrong with that if you're doing it for the time being, whatever. But back to my point, freeforming, the faux locks or the fake locks or whatever. Like I said, as a freeformer, it really shouldn't bother you, man, because like I said, we have our own fingerprint, man, and you can't be mistaken for anything else. So I just wanted to give my perspective on it, man. you know I try to space my videos out a lot of making updates, because sometimes I'm gonna come on here to talk, man, to be honest with you, because I make a video every week or something like that. You're really not gonna see no change, so at least with this, right, I do it every couple of weeks or so. What I mean, I really do it whenever I feel like making a video. As far as the update goes, like I said, I'm gonna try to put together something to show y'all from when I first started to now. So, but that's just what I wanted to talk about. Run my mouth about that today. Until then, man, peace and keep it natty, man.